voices of Bearden.
I mean, you said it. We are streaming voices now because we set a timer, and it was for 8 o'clock, and now guess what time it is? It's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
How'd that happen?
That's how time works. Just kind of in general.
Always moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Oop, not that
Hooray.
one. That one. All right, cool. So, as you can see, we haven't gotten the setup yet. We are still waiting on Cody. He's supposed to be here very, very shortly. So hopefully we can get things going. Ben, you wanna test your dice, see how they roll in tonight?
Don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trap.
You know what's funny? It's sitting on that nat 1 from when I rolled it last time.
Nice.
That's good.
What'd you roll, Ben?
I didn't roll anything.
That one.
I didn't roll a nat 1. I didn't roll a nat 1.
Hold it up. Let me see what you rolled.
I didn't roll. I didn't roll.
Pretty sure
I don't
it's
know
not
what you're
one.
talking
Pretty-
about.
pretty sure
I
it's
didn't.
one. Pretty sure you got
That banging on the table.
What role are you talking about? I didn't.
Your natural one.
I didn't.
The one that you just did.
That is a natural one.
That
did
is,
not.
That is.
I did not have a natural one with that lady.
Ooh, somebody yelling out in the street.
You want to see it?
Are they yelling at the birds?
It's a
You want to see it?
it's a natural one. I like how the one is so close to the 7. Oh no, you just gotta let it stay there for a second.
Hold on,
Barely
still
go.
not focused.
Nope. Nope.
I can tell that that's a 1, but it's very blurry.
Why won't it focus on it?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Jenks. It's
Oh, there it is.
Watch. Let's see how quickly mine does. Bloop. Oh, I gotta get my face out of there.
You gotta put it like on the fucking camera. Practically.
Yeah.
Hey.
Is that what you rolled it to?
No, I rolled a 20 with 1, a 7, and a 5.
Let's see how quickly mine focuses.
Whoa, is that a nat 1 as well? Wow.
That is.
That
That is
Oh,
a
hey, there we
natural
go,
one.
guys. 19, 16, 19. It's gonna be good. You can't really tell. I'm
You rolled multiple?
Yeah, I got multiple die.
I mean, I got multiple,
I got
but
3 sets. Well, it's one for each. I got one for good guys. Yeah, my gold and blue. I got one for bad guys, my red and yellows, and then one for poison guys.
Why is that one poison?
I'll take out my other one because I can always, roll advantage or disadvantage.
That's true.
I can roll one of these.
Is it?
Is that a pregnancy test? What is that?
I don't know what I'm just holding up random things. All right, guess what this is?
It's your penis.
It's a thing. It's your smoker.
One of them, yes.
One of your penises.
Ben, we're streaming. Let's keep it.
We're streaming. We're kid friendly. I'm sorry.
PG.
I mean,
This
it's
might
not-
be a good time to say.
I'm sorry, kids. There is no such thing as a appendage that males have.
that dangles.
It dangles, and it's accompanied by 2 friends,
Dos
Meanie and
friendos.
Miney.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
All right, well, so we're still waiting on one member to join us.
Codric.
Actually, there's 4 friends. There's Eenie, Meenie, Miney, Mo.
Meanie, meanie,
But
miny, and
Meanie and
money.
Miney here. Meanie and Miney here. Gonads. Okay, I'm gonna roll. Let's see what happens.
So much genitalia talk.
Oh my God, you guys, come on. It's not even. It's not funny. In the slightest.
I laughed.
You laugh because you're an infant.
Nice focus.
An infant.
2, 7, and 13 is what I read.
It was like a 8, a 17, and a 3.
Un eto, un seventino, un treso. No, that's not Spanish.
Oh, we have 2 watchers. Me and someone else. Well, yep. So maybe we can do recap.
Well, no, we should probably wait for Cody to do recap.
Aha.
Can we talk about Bearden? Can we talk?
You can talk about what you want. You guys can talk about where you think things are going.
Can you play our Bearden clip that we have for everybody and mute us real quick?
Well, and I can play it for you too, I think. Add track.
Just like
no.
put it on repeat times 10, and then we'll wait. We'll play that and wait for Cody.
Downloads. I know it's gonna be like. What was it? What did I name it? Or what did you name it? Danger Days 2.
Testing out my eyebrows while we wait.
I'm eating candy.
Maybe mute yourself while you can.
The Danger Days of Veerden.
No, chew it. I need to hear it.
Magic has been lost to the Veer. Whatever source poured its essence into this world has been depleted, cut off, or lost, leaving the people of the Veer to move through life unaided by even the simplest of spells. That is, most people, anyway. Some have tapped into new sources, leeching the life from the land and inviting dangers into the Veer, the likes of which none have ever seen. Luckily, these few are swiftly dealt with by the wardens, indiscriminate soldiers of the Senate, charged to maintain the balance of nature. In the Danger Days of Veerden.
So I think we might need to rewrite that little intro because it sounds like the wardens are the good guys and maybe that's what you guys are going to be. They seem to be the subject because it's the last thing. But,
Well, you know, that's always a good story to tell. You know, they're supposedly the good guys.
I'm not even worried about it being the good guys. They're just the focus of that intro.
Oh.
The wardens, the indiscriminate people that do things to other people.
But this is not their story.
But this is not.
This is a
Yeah. This is a story of three people that don't really matter. Yet.
Who the hell are these guys?
I was gonna say I take offense to that. I obviously meant it. Also, Ben, do you think it's zombies?
What
You think
zombies?
they're zombies?
The
The guys we're fighting.
Of course.
I am
Plant zombies.
right.
Plants versus zombies.
Um,
Zombies.
I've got to figure out if my character would know anything about zombies.
Zombizzles? I mean, I would think not. Regardless of whether or not they are zombies.
What about pop culture in Veerden?
I'm pretty sure that the only pop culture that exists are maybe some bards, musicians, painters.
In a world where nobody knows what the hell a zombie is.
In a world where decaying people bite other people. What the fuck
In
is
a
going on?
world where the marshes are the harshest.
If you think about it.
In a world
Oh my
where the
God.
marsh has grown over the people.
If you think about it.
In a world.
God damn. In a world where
In a
if you
world.
think about it, maybe it's kind of strange that every zombie movie you ever watch, no one knows what zombies are.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
In a world where everyone sounds Australian, they're zombies. Oi, mate!
Oh,
In a
Brian's
world.
eye.
Yeah.
In a
In a
world.
Whoa, what are you like
In a whale.
1950s
In a world.
Porky Pig?
In a
world
world where everyone loves Steve Irwin.
In a world
Stuff.
where Australia is full of kangaroos.
In a world where dragons exist in Australia and only there.
In a world where dragon spiders are
And now it's just degenerating into mud.
In a world that's Australia. Dungeons and Dragons, welcome.
Oh man. Let's do browser. I'm just gonna put another timer up. We'll see how close I am to this.
In a world where we're not sure if we're playing or not. We
in a
sit and
world.
wait.
Just stop it. In a world.
In a world where zombies.
Oh, hey, let in. Hey, I don't
In
even
a
do it.
world.
Let's go
In a
on.
world where Cody logged in
Oh no, no microphone. And
In a
no
world
camera.
when Cody is invisible to his teammates.
In a world where everyone's gonna have to leave and then join back in order.
In a world where
Okay, what's our order?
Ben, Will, Cody.
all right, I'll leave.
Okay. Ben,
I'll
you
leave and
just,
just
Ben, you
rejoin.
just stay.
In a world where Ben does nothing but stare.
Oh no, Cody left. Okay, Will needs to join back. Who is it? See who? Wait, you're already in.
You told me to stay.
Oh, let in.
Wait, not Cody.
Ah, crap.
I thought you said to let in Will. You just let him in the wrong
Cody,
order.
Cody, we still can't see you. I'm gonna.
Kick Cody, and then Cody can
Yeah,
redo it,
yeah.
right?
In a world where things are always problematic and you can't do.
In a world where Tanner can sing. You done goofed.
What?
You done goofed.
In a
You done
world.
goofed. See who? Ah, there he is.
Out.
Hey, we can see you now. Hooray!
Hey, Cody.
A wild Cody appears in a world.
In a world
Yeah,
where
we can
Cody
hear you.
is here to play.
It's definitely
can
not coming out of that
hear.
microphone. Tap it again. Nope. It's not coming out of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Hope that wasn't too loud.
No, you're fine. Can you still hear us?
Yeah, I can
Okay,
hear you
sweet.
perfectly. I'm so sorry about that. That was.
It happens.
In a world where Cody has work.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
everyone else is vagabond.
Yeah, so to all the Twitch people, this will happen occasionally because we do have lives, unfortunately.
yes, but
We are.
unless you want to subscribe to us and invite all your friends to where we could make this a living, which we're not trying to do.
Yeah, that would be amazing, right?
Yeah, that'd be super dope.
Speaking of your friends, if they would like to sponsor us,
All right, I am once again going to play that little intro jingle.
Do it. I'm gonna listen.
I'm also going to listen.
The
I have an
danger
ad,
days
though.
Of Virden.
Oh,
Magic has been lost to the Vir. Whatever source poured its essence into this world has been depleted, cut off, or lost, leaving the people of the Vir to move through life unaided by even the simplest of spells. That is, most people, anyway. Some have tapped into new sources, leeching the life from the land and inviting dangers into the Vir, the likes of which none have ever seen. Luckily, these few are swiftly dealt with by the wardens, indiscriminate soldiers of the Senate, charged to maintain the balance of nature. In the danger days of Virden,
But this is not the story of the Wardens. No, it's the story of 3 goofballs. One who is a done goofed.
Cody. Oh, God.
All right.
Y'all done goofed.
Well, here we are. Will I
you
hate
know that
for
was
you
my
like
voice,
that?
right?
The danger days of
Nice,
Virden.
nice plug, Ben.
Thank you. That's my voice. In the danger days of Virden.
Well, if you don't mind doing me a favor and changing your name.
Can they see it?
I am Tanner's daddy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Not. It'd be a great favor
All
to
right.
me.
How's that?
That's fine.
Stupendous.
Hello,
They
everyone.
can tell
Welcome
who I am.
to the thing that Will is. Welcome to the second episode of the Danger Days. Hooray! In the second session. Does anyone want to recap last week, or should we roll for it?
I'll recap.
Okay.
Okay,
Man.
cool with me.
So we start off, and our heroes all meet in an inn. This turns into a scene of a zombie who, well, we're going to call it a zombie. A big, ugly, smelly creature comes in who looks like a human, but you can tell it's not really acting human, and then it bites a friend. And that friend goes down. We fight off the monster, apparently kill it, and figure that there's something wrong with this, and find out that there was a group of them that took a couple kids from the town that we're in, which is Arima. I forgot to say that. We get some direction to go to the Marsh because that's where the zombies ran off to. And now we find our heroes after an epic battle with some dragon people
Kobolds.
who were in a tower. At which point, Joan and Dungoofed, the main hero of this story, shot through 5 windows that were 30 feet in the air and absolutely obliterated the poor kobolds. They stood no chance.
None at all.
Even with 3/4 cover.
Even with
And-
the cover.
And Cora killed him, and I forget Cody's character's name. Joshua, yeah. Joshua saw what was happening and went, "What the hell?" and just decided to go along with it because, for whatever reason, it was working.
Yeah, this is a theory plan.
Yeah, I mean, when you got it, you got it, and Jonan had it at that time, so he appreciates Joshua doing that. So now we are coming off of a rest. We're getting ready to head back towards our original goal, which is finding the missing children from the town of Arima, and I give it to our clapping DM.
That was very it was a lot. You did well. I believe that's pretty on.
You missed the part where I saved the guy. It was kind of my part, but it doesn't matter.
Next time you can tell the story.
You missed the part where you done goofed.
Yeah. See, you done goofed by not telling the story.
Tell a recap. You can tell however you want. Like, you can be the main character.
Nope.
What have you guys been doing for your short rest?
Sleep.
I attuned to those boots.
JK.
By
Regen my spells.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. Jonan found a pair of boots, and he was told by Kura Kurbreka,
Kura.
whose name he just learned.
Just Kura. You just know the Kura.
He knows the Kura. He learned from Kura that he has to stare at them, run around for 5 hours, and then stare at them some more, and then do something funky with it. So he's trying to attune to them. How about that? So he stares at them for 3 hours.
Well, for
Yeah, he
4.
was given very mixed directions.
Yeah. You stare at them for 4 hours and feel no closer to finding out what they do or how to access them.
So first action, hey, Kura, these things still don't feel any different. Am I doing this right?
You have not finished the process.
So I put them on and say, okay, I think the next step was to jog for 5 hours.
Indeed.
So I put them on, and I just plan to walk in them or jog or kind of do my jog while we're continuing our adventure.
I just want to see, like, as we're walking along, you're just
jogging
like,
in place.
okay, guys.
Have I? Can I start this by asking? Have I ever heard of attunement? Would I know that he might be lying?
You may roll for Arcana.
Okay.
Wait.
I
I
think
think
I
you
already
did
did.
roll for Arcana and failed, and then I rolled.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
told me.
And I
Yeah,
was
that-
like, you have to do this.
Well, you tried to figure out what they did by checking their Arcana, but you can think about how to attune by, you can make that decision. Most characters would typically know how to attune to certain things, but this is a magicless land, quote unquote. So
I
you
rolled a
might have that
6.
Okay, you don't know.
Okay. So I put them on, and I plan to jog.
Okay. So you're just going to be concentrating on your feet for the entire time that you're jogging in them?
Not necessarily, because he didn't say I need to concentrate. He just said I needed to jog in them or run in them for 5 hours.
Okay. But you're not going to think about it?
Wasn't planning on it. Nope.
Okay.
Just wanted to jog around.
All right. So Joshua, what are you doing?
It's only an hour rest. I don't really. We hit level 2.
Yeah, you hit level.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not getting our spell slots yet.
No.
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct. So this short rest, it has been, I think short rest is 1 to 4 hours. So let's say this was, I don't know, how long do you guys want to stay here?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to stay long. I would want to only stay like an hour just to recoup.
Yeah, I'm also for not long.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. So you guys have been here probably a little over an hour, and just trying to rest from the trek and from your apparently very easy skirmishes. For most people, except for Kura, who, if I recall correctly,
Took an arrow to the chest.
took a fair bit of damage. So you guys, you're leaving the tower?
Yes.
We're gonna leave this-
Do we need to?
We remember that the horde pretty much went right past the tower because that's where the tracks were. The tracks went to the tower, surrounded, and they just went right past it. So it looks like when we go out that door, we're just heading straight in that direction.
Yep. So
Yep.
the three of you emerge from the tower and see
Onward.
the sun hanging lower in the western sky. In the past hour or so, the humidity has increased drastically, and a low-hanging fog has rolled across the marsh and into the field. Crossing the marsh presents many dangers. A long reptilian grunt echoes through the damp air. Looking down at your feet, you find that the thick fog obscures most ground features. There is no trace of the kobold you spared.
Oh, that's right. We spared Kobold. That's right.
Yep. I thought about shooting him, but I don't think that was in my nature.
You already shot him. You hit him
Oh,
in the-
true. I hit him in the heel. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
No, I mean I could have killed him, but
you know why you can't see him? Because he's still crawling away.
Well, you
That's
did tell
also
him to
true.
crawl in a direction that wasn't along a path, so he just kind of went maybe into the marsh.
He actually, he had no idea where to go. He's like, run away, where?
that way.
All right. So you're gonna head along that path, the only other path, because the only other way out is back to Arima.
So when you say it obscures the path or obscures the ground, we can still see the path, kinda, or no, we just can't see.
You can tell
anything.
where your footing is. It's just more of a. It's difficult to recognize tracks if that's the option you're so choosing to do.
Okay, I
It
see.
just means that things are probably going to be a bit slower progression.
Jonan turns to his companions and says, "So we saw the tracks. Are we wanting to just go in that general direction until we find them, or don't?"
It's as good a plan as any.
Yeah, that's our only choice.
Okay, so we do that.
Okay, so excuse me. The path ahead of you, you can see
I will follow you, Archer.
it branches outward a bit. So if you're going to try and follow the tracks, I need you guys to roll survival, but because of the fog, at disadvantage, please.
No, that wasn't wrong.
I rolled 2 11s.
Wow, double 16.
Wow. Okay. Oh, I'm not even looking at the thing in whatchamacallit. I guess I could.
14. So we
11,
both rolled
a
a
bunch of 11s and 16, right? Cool.
Yep.
So Kura, you do find evidence of tracks, but the damp earth has begun to swallow. Well, I guess I did that 2 different ways. Has begun to swallow them. So finding them, you're gonna probably need to go at a pretty decent pace to keep up with it. For now, you see that the tracks lead out of the northeastern side of the field, like you predicted, as the only other way out of here is deeper into Slowfog Marsh.
Oh boy. It looks like to the northeast. The tracks go.
Then we continue onward.
All right.
Oh, Will got interrupted his webcam.
Oh,
Oh, is there that done goof?
no. Your network seems to be blocking the connection. What? Am I connected to the internet? What? Why is it asking me that? I am. You guys can see me, right? And hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just it looks like Will. Can you kick him out and then
Yeah.
invite?
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, then you have to kick Cody out.
No, I can. I just found out I can rearrange people.
Oh, you can rearrange.
Well, thank goodness.
What happened to Will?
Oh gosh, if somebody had that voice, that would be great. Can you do that one?
What happened to Will? Maybe. Is it going to be a character named Will Wheaton?
That's just like France, but more on the W's. The wheel, wheat.
Okay, I'm George Will Wheaton W. Bush.
Welcome to my abode,
Humble abode.
my humble abode.
Rejoin. Will saying, what the fuck? Something happened. Sec. So yeah. Hooray. This is good. Now I can actually make content. I hadn't written anything for tonight. I joke.
He's making a joker. He's a crazy joker.
Got about 10
guy.
pages prepared. It's all good stuff.
Very
Hopefully.
good.
I shouldn't.
This
I shouldn't
guy.
I shouldn't talk it up so much. It sucks. It's terrible. What is? Oh, he's out of roll 20 as well.
He is out of roll 20.
Yeah. That is what your guy should have sounded like, Ben. I am Kuro Kivrek. I come in, I break things. Do you know how we do?
Oh, well, where'd you go?
I'm messaging him. I'll try and message him normally. Will Ross. Hey, Ben. I don't believe my computer is good enough to render these videos without taking like 10 hours. So if I give you access to the Twitch, can you download them and edit them down? Like take out the space at the beginning and at the middle?
Okay.
Cool. Because imagine yours is probably better. Imagine. Dude, these birds are going crazy. Probably eating the grass seeds in my backyard. Bastards. Yep. All right, he's back in roll 20. Let's see if he gets back in. No, maybe not. I don't know. Loop. Ah, there he is. Okay. So then I need to just go swap you guys. And that did it. Yeah, I figured it out. Will, can you hear us?
Yes.
Cool.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. I'm afraid of what just happened. I don't know what happened.
Way to slow everything down, Will.
Yes. Okay. Now, where were we? We're going on tracks.
Hey,
What's up?
so Ben does see the tracks. I'm sorry, Kura does see the tracks. So going forward for now, you'll be able to follow those and get you where you need to go. But due to the presumed difficulty of crossing the marsh, what are each of you doing to help the party progress forward?
It's difficult terrain.
I will go ahead and while he's thinking, I am actively lifting my legs high enough to consider what I'm doing jogging because I am trying to make my boots work.
So not helping the party at all, but all right.
I'm
Technically,
kind
that's what are you doing to help the party?
well exactly. Now that I know that Kura knows the way, right? He did say that out loud, correct? I
For the most
might
part.
have missed. Okay,
For now.
so he seems like he knows where he's going, so I'm kind of jogging slightly behind him, just
What's
with my.
Is it just like
You're this
Hang on,
anime
Cody.
character,
Ben,
and you're just jogging in place, and I'm moving
Cody, what are you saying?
slowly.
what's obstructive? Is it just like really
So-
muddy terrain, or is there like branches? Like
The terrain is muddy. You could run into branch type stuff. The ground cover from the fog does cause a bit of a problem. So concentrating on certain things, your footing and things like that would be a little bit more difficult. The one thing to worry about is the pathways through this marsh are cut through thicker water and mud on either side. So some of the areas are narrow. And you might come to a dead end and have to try and get across or move onto another path when they branch out. So
well, more light would help us.
more light
so-
would help, yeah.
Kura, do you have a light spell? Obviously, I can see better in lower lights, but
Yeah, I have dark vision as
I would do
well.
like a fog system.
I do not have a light.
I light a torch. Do I hear him say it out loud? Because he is talking to Kura, so I behind them while
Yeah, I'm
jogging,
talking at that point.
While they're trying to figure out if he has a light spell, I just light a torch and hold it up.
Okay, here's one way to think about this. I'm trying to get you guys reused to thinking about your skills. This is a very simple way to do a skill check without it bogging down too much. So think about using the skills that you're proficient with on your character sheet and how you could translate that into doing something to help the party. Woo.
How good is prestidigitation?
It's fucking hilarious, is what it is.
No, it doesn't really make light. I mean, I could light a campfire.
Can he blow fog in front of us away?
If he's walking backwards,
Where's
get it?
Oh, because he farts. Got it.
I could do a puff of wind, but that's about all with prestidigitation.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be able to sustain it. So, I mean, you don't have to think of it about direct spells either. You're currently trying to track the tracks. So
Jeez.
it would be your current contribution would be based on your survival skill.
Yeah. Well, you said I was doing fine. I rolled 16 disadvantage. I mean, should I roll
You're
again?
doing fine for now.
Is at this point?
No, I will ask you for another roll if I need one.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, I'm
So-
still following the tracks, like slow, medium pace, right?
So Jonan and
Or ability.
Joshua.
I kind of jog up next to him and kind of am following him while walking next to him with my torch to kind of light the path
Okay.
a bit.
So you're just trying to keep a lookout for things and help him look and keep him on the trail while he's
Yes.
finding the tracks.
While jogging.
Okay. So you will be dealing with perception, but at disadvantage. Because
Okay.
He's
because of
sloshing
the
around.
jogging. Yes. Glad you're not trying to sneak, because that wouldn't happen.
Oh God.
I turn to
I mean,
Cora. Well,
Yeah. Am I? Is my like passive perception on? Like as we're walking
Everyone's
through, like if I
passive
hear
perception is always on.
if I hear anything, because I'm also like I'm tracking, but I'm also listening. I guess.
Yeah, you're fine. I mean, I will take into account your passive perception if necessary. Joshua, you got anything?
And I shush Dungoof.
I'm not shushing. I'm not doing anything. I'm just.
Like, okay, how loud is his jogging?
Both shush you, dude. We just turned like, shh.
I said. I look at Cora. I look at Cora and say, "Did you say I had to jog?"
You'll have to attune those later.
Okay. So
Now
I
is
start-
not the time.
I start walking then. Fine.
All right. So you're just using the torch to purvey the area.
You don't know where the enemies are.
In this situation, there's not a lot Joshua can do.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just continue onward.
So
Yeah,
you'll just be trying to keep a lookout as well.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, I thought maybe a history check or investigation check, but I can't like reason how those would help me. So
Yeah.
something like maybe like no, it's not there.
Just following the tracker.
Yep. I
Yeah.
mean that's fine. Let's I mean you could inspire. You are a soldier, so you could persuade people to march better.
They look like they need persuading.
I don't know.
Like Jonan is like perfectly happy to be here. 2 seconds ago, he was.
Oh, Jonan's always in a good mood. At least he says that out loud.
That's
Well, never mind.
I'll think more on that. Maybe I can bring that up later or something.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, if you have anything like nature, or you want to, you know anything about which, yeah. All right. So then we will go in order. Ben, if you would like, well, we'll start with Jonan. Actually, this will be good. Jonan, since you are looking around, I need you to give me a perception roll, please.
Oh, please tell me it was disadvantage.
No, it wouldn't matter because he has the halfling luck.
Yeah, halfling left.
So that is
What?
a success. You carry on through the marsh for another 45 minutes without running into any complications. A few times, Jonan points you in the right direction as you almost follow a few trailing tracks that kind of dip down into the water, as if whoever you're following doesn't care if they fall into the marsh. But you are picked back up and you find the right track as you progress forward.
Onward. Thank you.
So now, Kura, roll in, not investigation, sorry, survival again for me, please.
Uno dos.
Uno, not at disadvantage.
9 plus 1.
Okay.
10.
You do get distracted and you feel your leg connect with the rope too late. Metal bits in a nearby cypress tree jingle before you hear the slosh of feet nearby. 2 green-scale humanoids approach from the north, brandishing clubs, javelins, and spiked shields.
Sweet.
Enemies.
You feel that their large, sharp teeth also pose a threat.
Okay, I would draw my sword.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Do I see it as well? Do we all see
You
it?
all see it. They're making no effort to be stealthy.
I mean,
So
got set off. We all knew something was going on.
Enemies.
I pull out my sword. I do not have my shield on. I pull out my sword and I keep the torch up high so we can kind of see through the fog a bit.
okay.
I carry a shield on my arm, so it would always be out.
Oh, nice. Wait. Does the shield attach to your arm like that? Can I have the shield and the torch in the hand?
No.
Okay. Well, I choose to keep this. I would choose to keep the torch up.
Okay. So as these 2 lizard-like humanoids approach, they don't seem aggressive, but they do seem cautious, noticing you.
Can we tell what they are?
You can roll to try and see that. Let's say not investigation, not
History, maybe?
nature. I'd think nature.
Okay. Let's see what happens. 6.
You do not know. Was someone else wanting to help him?
No.
I wanted to say something.
Oh no. Yeah. Well, Joshua already rolled for it. You can look and see what that is.
Yeah. Josh rolled in that one, but you would have.
There's some kind of frog people.
There's something in the marsh.
Scaly.
No, so what we'll do from now on, if one person wants to make a check, just so everyone doesn't go, oh, I want to make that too. Oh, I want to make that too. If you guys want to, you can help one person out, whoever has the best in the skill. So you would actually give Jonan, we'll just say it for sake of this advantage, so it still would have been a 6. But so I'm not going to hold that one against you.
For nature, like I'd have aced that.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could have. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. If you had, let's. So we will retcon that a little bit, just so we can actually implement these rules. Because you would have had a better nature score, and you would have been able to tell that Jonan probably doesn't. And if you guys had discussed it, I think that you would have been the one with advantage. So I will accept that 21.
Nice.
But from
Cool.
now on, yeah. So if anyone wants to help someone out, if everyone says, "Oh, I want to look around the room," perception.
I like that.
then it'll
I like
just
that
be,
rule.
Advantage on the best person.
Cool.
Okay. So Joshua, you do recognize seeing a diagram of these in a book you once read.
Okay.
And you can very easily tell that these are some species of lizard folk, which are basically lizard humanoids. You know that they typically don't speak common. With that 21, you do know that they speak Draconic. And they are not typically aggressors. They just like to stay in their area
Okay.
and protect them.
Well, considering no one's made a move, I would speak out to them. Maybe one of them might speak common.
Okay.
I would lower my since no one's made an attack, I would put my sword in the marsh and take my hand off of it.
You see them relax a bit. They lower their weapons and shields, but they don't release them as you do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do any of you speak commons?
They look at each other and they make a few grunts, and then they look back at you, unaware of what you've said, seemingly unaware.
I look to Jonan and Kura and ask if they know Draconic.
I shake my head.
Nope.
All right, communication is going to be a little bit of an issue.
At this point, they have basically positioned themselves along the northeastern path that you are taking. So the direction you need to go in, they are directly in front of.
I would tell my companions to put their weapons down, like just put them away.
I look back at him. I look back at the things, and I reluctantly put my sword in, but I hold the torch up
Okay.
in the ready.
One of them kind of, their eyes flick up to the torch and then back down to you.
Just look at Jonan like, okay. Kura, you're a mage, right? You don't have weapons.
Yeah, I'm not carrying anything.
You
I
lower
just-
your hands.
I fold my arms.
Okay.
They turn towards one another at your actions, and they once again speak in a language you can't understand. And one of them attaches his wooden club, back to his hip. He keeps his shield on his arm. The other one does the same.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can make this work. I'm going to try and communicate with gestures.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the persuasion check. I'm going to point to these. I'm going to point to them, point to myself, and then do this number, and then point off the direction we're going, and then raise our hands like we don't mean any harm.
Okay. Yeah. Roll persuasion. Unless someone is helping you at disadvantage.
Sounds about right.
14. He did pretty good.
I got a 14.
And that's with disadvantage.
A 14. They look at each other, and they don't even say anything to each other, and they look back at you, and they kind of stare intently as you finish your gestures, and they both turn.
No harm.
Okay. They both turn back. They look back across the road. They say a few words between each other, and one of them looks back and basically points his thumb behind him and looks at you wantingly. Not wanting.
Eyebrow.
Questioningly. Eyebrows raised.
Give me some of that paladin.
Hitchhiker.
Yeah.
I nod. Yes, I point at myself and point in that direction.
Okay. One of them, it sounds like he lets out some sort of guttural chuckle, and they start walking up to you. That same one that laughed points down at the ground, and you can see the rope that you broke that was between that you tripped over that attaches the tree with the metal bits, and they just make a hand gesture. It kind of looks like they're tying a knot in the air, and they point at themselves down to that, and they point to you, and they basically wave you back.
You guys set the trap, and they're waving. So like, go forward.
It
Way behind
seems-
them or
it
behind
seems to
us?
you like they're saying, "We've got to take care of this. You guys can go ahead."
Oh, I see. Jonan looks.
I give him the potion of healing.
You give the lizard folk one of them.
Yes, I give the one. I give him the potion of healing.
Okay, so you reach out with this potion, and they don't-
I held my hand up first, and I point to it, so I let him see what I'm doing, and then I take it, and then I offer it.
okay, yeah, you take a sip to show that it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as you do this, he reaches out, he takes this thing, he sniffs it, and you see his facial expressions, what you can really tell of how lizard folks' faces move. He seems to lighten up a bit, and he shakes it and he winks at you, and he attaches it to his belt, and they both nod as they get to resetting their trap.
All right. Diplomacy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I look to my companions and I say that we should be good to leave now.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I continue walking.
And actually, as you walk past the one that you gave the potion, he puts his hand on your shoulder, Joshua, and he offers his hand.
Oh. I take his hand and I shake it.
Yeah, it's almost like a normal handshake that you're used to, but the finger placements are a little bit strange. It seems like it's probably a cultural difference. But now you know how lizard folk shake hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna commit that to memory.
Okay.
Do we still see tracks?
Hang on one second.
Like, did the tracks go through their trap?
Yeah, you can see they have.
If I had spoken Draconic, that would have been so good. Like I would have asked them for help to help us find the track.
Have you seen the zombies?
So yeah, you can see where their feet they've crossed over the tracks, but you can pretty easily find them again.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. So you guys continue on for about another 45 minutes. To which point where Joshua, have you thought of anything that you might want to try and do? Skill check. Let's just say you're doing a perception one as well and trying to keep an eye out. Cool with that?
Trees. Are we passing by any trees?
Yes, every once in a while you are passing by trees. So
Going
if you
to investigate the trees for any marks.
all right. Yes, you may roll investigation for that actually.
Okay, that was an 18.
With an 18, you do see scratches along the trees. And they don't seem like they're carving any sort of typical pattern, but more of things brushed up against it. There is a piece of cloth that is going in this direction. So it looks like they have come through here, and you have this article of cloth that you can check out if you so choose.
Yeah, I hold it up to Kura. It's like,
I investigated.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll for investigation to kind of try and figure it out.
What is this? What? I don't know what this is.
What'd you roll?
6 plus 5 if it's investigation.
Oh, an 11?
Yes.
With an 11, you can tell that there is plant matter on it, and the smell of it is very similar, if not exactly the same as that of what you smelled on the people that were in town.
Seems
it's,
like this is the right way.
okay, perfect.
Yep. So that gives you 2 successes and only 1 failure. You passed my quiz. Okay. After a total of 2 grueling hours following the only walkable winding strip of land through the marsh, you come to a fork. You no longer see any trace of the tracks, as the earth has swallowed them up.
Oh.
To the left, there's marsh. To the right, more marsh.
Okay, well, we know we can't make the wrong decision because either way, we're going towards the marsh.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So, like,
Jonah-
it's not like one path is like sunshine and puppies. Like, either way, it sucks.
Yeah, Jonah
Are there-
turns to his companions
Ca-
and I say, "Well, my lucky way has always been left."
Um,
That's a good idea. Let's go left.
Wait, before I'm like, one moment. I want to like do a perception check on the paths to see if there's any like differences.
Oh.
I guess if one's more of a worn path or one's more overgrown, or are they both just like there's marsh
That'll
and there's
be-
marsh?
That will be a survival check, I'm thinking, instead of investigation. Because this will be based on your knowledge of how marsh paths work.
Unfortunately, Jonah's kind of decided. I was gonna say I would help you.
We're just like, no.
16 plus 1, 17.
They both look equally trodden. It looks like the left path might have more signs of late troddenness.
Looks like it, right, Jonan?
I was going there anyway, and I start doing my march.
As Jonan starts walking off, and you begin to make your way along the left path, the group of you, you hear violent splashing ahead.
On the left path.
On the left path.
I make a noise to Jonan like, shh.
I stop. I stop as soon as I hear it, but when he says, I really stop.
Oddly enough, from basically the same direction that you're going in, you hear a tss in response. But it's a little bit longer.
I throw down my torch.
Okay.
Like
Very
throw
quickly-
it at it or throw it down right next to you.
No, I drop it and ready my shield and
Okay.
stuff.
Uh,
I just put it on my arm. I ditch the torch.
Okay. You want it to go out?
Drop straight down. Yes, I put it into water on purpose.
Okay.
Okay,
The
smart.
torch goes
All right.
out. What do you guys do?
Listen intently.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just kind of focused on
I want to see if I can hear anything of what's going on ahead.
it.
Yeah, you can all very clearly hear a violent commotion that seems to be coming from.
Oh, I thought the splashing had stopped and we heard a shh.
No, you just heard that noise as well.
Do you want to check it out?
I turn to Kura and I turn to Joshua and give him the done goof look. And then I stealth ahead on attempt to stealth ahead. I kind of I do my done goof look, give him one of these.
You in your brand new boots begin to almost silently, perhaps, if you roll stealth for me.
I just shrug helplessly at Kura, like,
Yeah,
17.
17.
I shake my head.
So Jonan in his brand new boots squelches silently. I don't know what that sounds like. It's more like a squelches very quietly forward in the mud. And actually the mud is softening the sound of your steps. So you proceed forward, hopefully under the guise of stealth. Are you two following?
I also
No?
clank, rattle, clank.
I'm going to slowly walk. I guess stealthily
shit.
walk as much as possible.
All right, I'm not going to follow them yet because if I'm stealthing after them, it's going to ruin the stealth check. I'm going to quietly draw my sword.
Okay. Yeah, you're
Yes.
able to do that. A small amount of noise from the but it's basically muffled by the splashing ahead.
And
you wanna
I'm
roll stealth.
my stealthing. I'm closer to Joshua than Jonan, aka I'm letting Jonan kind of.
Okay, so we'll say he has like a 15 feet lead on you.
Yeah, that's good.
9.
Okay, so hopefully you as well move forward undetected with Jonan 15 feet ahead of you and Joshua staying behind at this distance. Jonan, as you move forward, the splashing does not cease, and you are now about 30 feet away from it and can clearly see, even through the fog cover, that over on one of the sides there is violently churning water. Every so often, you see scales breaking the surface. Suddenly, the scene begins to calm, and you see a small human hand briefly reach out of the water.
Oh no, Jordan, don't do it.
Kura, you have seen him basically come to a stop. I don't know. Unless,
I mean-
did you come to a stop, Jonan?
Well, he's got to make the decision,
sorry.
and then I can make a decision after him.
Oh, Jordan.
What if Jonan saw a hand
All
in the water?
Why do y'all let me do this?
Yeah, walk up-
You're Jonan Dungoof.
Jonan, his eyes get wide. He turns back, gives him the Dungoof look, and then he goes, "We gotta save her! We gotta save her!" And he starts running. He starts running to help whoever's hand is coming in the water.
Okay.
Kura also when he realizes that Jonan has drawn the attention, he's like, "All right, we're in this."
Yeah, I don't have much of a choice either. I would start running forward. Just
Oh, why did there have to be a hand coming out of the
I
water?
need everyone to roll initiative for me, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh.
It was bait.
I've done the same thing.
It was DM bait for you. Well, thank goodness I got my 1 on an initiative.
Makes you feel any better, so did I.
14.
I got a 5.
1 + 1, 2.
Let's
We
get
gotta
that
save her.
music in here.
I think this is going to be a recurring theme for old Jonan.
Joshua would have done the same thing. Like he's all about helping people.
Kura. Well, you guys aren't supposed to know, but would have just been like, "Well, they're dead. Not gonna engage in this battle."
Yeah, it's not even a fight if you don't engage. Like it apparently, from what I understand, it's just a snake doing its job.
Yep, right?
Well, at this point, I guess I probably should have hidden those
Yeah,
guys. But whatever.
Kura wouldn't have put himself in harm's way. Like,
Jesus.
well-
Sorry, guys, I'm having some roll 20 issues. This is weird.
Oh, yeah, I can't move.
Resize things.
Yeah, I can't either.
Oh, wait, there it goes. Okay, that'll work. Okay. All right, back. Stop moving your characters.
Oh, I was here on
Janky
purpose. Got it.
Bastards.
I haven't touched it yet.
Yeah, your character's not even on the map. All right. So, yes, everyone, please give me your rolls, your initial
14.
rolls. Okay.
2 for Kura.
2, okay.
Kura. Givreka.
5.
Okay.
Kura Givreka.
Oh, boy. Unfortunately, I got like a really good stealth roll, too, so I'm going to be doing that a lot.
Here's gonna be like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo." Oh no!
Isn't it funny how the warrior is basically playing like a fucking ranger?
Or a rogue.
Behind you!
Yeah.
I
All
thought
right.
you were. I thought you were a rogue.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
you're a
He's
warrior.
a warrior. Or
I am a
He's
fighter.
Yep. Okay. Let me write these.
I just know he's a trained killer.
Outside of game, I do have a very good stealth roll, but inside of game, I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. So
Okay. All right. So, Jonan, ahead of you, it is apparent, based on what's going on, that there is commotion and there is a child, perhaps, that might need to be saved. First up is going to be you, Jonan. Basically,
Naturally.
yeah.
Can I see any of the monsters ahead of what I saw with the scales? I know there were scales, so I know it's something reptilian.
You can basically parse based on basic knowledge that this is some sort of reptile that is pretty finds it easy to maneuver in water. And don't go by those arrows, just go by the squares.
Okay, so 5 feet per square.
Yep. So you can actually move diagonally. It's the same amount of time movement. So you're currently 5, 10, 15, 20, 25
Wait,
feet,
diagonal
30
is the
feet.
same
Yep. Yep.
5
All right.
or
5 feet is always diagonal. Yeah, it's
All right.
special.
Can I
rules.
can I run over as close as I can to the tree and jump in the tree with one of my actions, or if I choose
Which,
to use the
tree to
secondary?
the far right?
Yeah, that one. I would like to use an action to run to the tree and climb the tree.
You can get with your movement. You can do that if you'd like to use your action and your bonus or your action
Yeah.
to do a dash.
All right. So yes, I would like to do that.
Okay.
I go to climb the tree and I climb the tree.
Roll athletics for me to see if you climb the tree.
Gummit. May I roll acrobatics?
No,
Use my jumping skills in acrobatics.
sorry. Climbing is an athletic skill.
Oh
Hey!
wow. Okay, that works.
So with an 18 athletics,
18.
You are able to make it as high up the tree as you would like.
I would like to be at the tippy top, and I start yelling a lot.
Okay, so let's say you made it up about 20 feet, 25 feet. No, climbing is half your movement or something. I don't know. Let's say you made it up 20 feet.
Okay, so I'm high enough off the. Yeah. Okay, I got you. And I am going to end my turn actually while
gonna
yelling
yell?
a lot.
Oh, you're yelling?
I'm
Okay.
yelling.
All right.
That's my
Yelling the whole
bonus
time you're
action.
running.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, come get me! Hey!
So as you yell, that was basically a surprise round for you. So now we'll return to the regular order. As you're yelling, one serpentine head in the shape of a diamond breaches the water and looks over at you and begins to move in your direction.
Nice. Can I see the head?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. So that was a surprise round for me, so my initiative did not take effect there.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering. Jonah's helping.
So it is going to scale the tree and be basically right below you.
He's below me.
He is below you, yes. And that will end its, I guess. I'm not going to gender a snake. At this point, you do see it as a giant snake.
Very big.
Very large. And we will move on to, now it is Jonan's turn in the regular order.
Boy. All right, so I did say I drew I threw down the torch, so I have my sword and my shield at the ready already. Okay. So now I'm going to use an action to rapier that bitch.
Okay, you're going to do so at disadvantage because of your location in the tree. You're having to try and hold on while attack.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, you're doing that.
I release my grip from the tree and fall onto the snake while attacking him. Can I do that?
Yeah, and I won't pose disadvantage on you if you're just trying to strike downward. And
I'm
fall
gonna
onto
strike.
it.
I'm gonna strike downward. I'm gonna try to strike right. Oh shit! No, I'm just gonna aim for the snake. I don't know where I'm gonna hit it.
Okay,
I'm not
so
gonna
you're
aim.
You're pogo sticking your rapier straight down.
Yes, I'm pogo sticking my rapier.
Roll the hit at advantage because of gravity.
Yes. All right. So I roll
That wouldn't have mattered.
20.
A 20. Roll damage, please.
I hit him with an 8.
Oof. All right, we will call that.
Snake one.
Nope. Okay, so you come down on this snake with your rapier, which, due to the pain of this stabbing through its, I mean, the whole thing is a torso. It releases the tree, and the two of you begin to descend to the ground.
Okay. I would like to use my action surge to attack him again while falling. While we're, I mean, I'm just gonna. It's an instantaneous thing. So I attack him once with the pogo, pull it out, and just attack him again with using my action surge.
Nope. I don't believe you're going to be able to do that while you're falling to the ground. This is basically an action taking place right now. So you might be able to do an action surge after you hit the ground, but we're going to get through this first.
Okay, do that first then. Sorry.
Let's see. So, okay. All right, cool. I need to check on one thing. All right, so you both begin plummeting to the ground. When you hit, the shock of coming to the earth hits with you. And you are thankfully braced a little bit by the body of the snake. When you hit the ground, the snake stops moving, and the last hiss escapes its mouth.
Oh. Okay, I guess I don't do that. Okay.
But from the falling damage, you do take 5 physical, or 5 damage, 5 bludgeoning.
Okay. Okay, so I took 5 damage. I go, oof. And do I see any other snakes?
You still see there's churning in the water nearby.
So I would be right here, right?
Yeah, you'd be right in front of that tree.
All right. I use whatever movement I can to jump back up in the tree
All right.
and start yelling again. Start yelling again.
You climb back up the tree.
To 20 feet again, or
20
wherever.
Yeah,
Okay,
20
cool.
feet's basically as high as you want to go.
I'm also yelling still.
Okay. All right. As you finish your turn, another snake emerges from the water and sees you yelling again and makes its way cautiously towards you, seeing the dead body of its brethren, and stops at the edge of the water, keeping an eye on you.
I did not use my action surge, correct?
Correct.
Okay, good. Sorry. I'm done.
Okay.
I won't interrupt you.
All right, Joshua, it is now your turn. I will bring you up on the map. Well, basically, you are one space behind Kura right now.
Okay. How far away am I from our Dungoof friend?
You like straight line or the path of walking on land? Because you are surrounded by water here. Sorry, I guess I should explain this for people listening to the podcast. You guys have entered an area that is small strips of land, but you will be walking, and that arrow is not going to tell you the distance, the proper distance.
Yeah.
So to him, you'd be 5, 10,
Sorry.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 feet from the base of the tree if you were to walk around on the land.
And this is difficult terrain?
The land part isn't, but swimming definitely would be. So all the blue spaces you see are water. You can attempt to jump over that 5-foot chasm, or the 5-foot place from land to land if you'd like.
Would that only take 5? That's the same movement travel.
Yeah, but jumping is handled a little bit differently. Let me double.
Like, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Do it. Yes. I can't tell you what to do, but do it.
I'm just gonna try and get to you. So yeah, I'm gonna take that jump. Let me
All right, so
2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Who's going somewhere? Oh, Will. Okay.
Willis.
Yeah, you're good. I just took my turn. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, you would be able to jump 5 feet of water without even trying, apparently. I need to make these gaps larger. Because over 10 feet would be a long jump. But this is a regular jump.
I'm still rolling.
All right, yeah, you could do it. Let's roll to how well you keep your feet on the other side. So you can roll athletics for this.
Nice.
Huh? Oh, the second one?
I got 12, and my second roll that I didn't get because it wasn't advantage would have been a nat 20.
Yeah, that would have been nice. So with a 12, you are able to keep your footing on the other side, and you don't slip down into mud. You're able to propel yourself forward and make it to the base of the tree.
Okay. All right.
Well,
So
make it to the other side of the water. So that's 5, 10, 15, and 20. So you could get to the base of the tree by jumping twice. So I will give you that nat 20 for your second roll. You go to jump across this second strip of muck water. And as you do, you see in front of you basically much of the space is dead log and debris, and you feel like you'd probably fall down into it. So you put an extra bit of effort and span 10 feet to the base if you would like to put yourself between the snake and the tree.
That's absolutely where I want to be, yes.
Okay, so you make that span over there and land with a little roll and tuck and stand up at the ready.
All right. Where's Jonan?
Jonan is up in the 20 foot up in the tree.
Okay, so he fell, did the hit, but didn't fall all the way to the ground.
He did fall to the ground, but he used his movement to go back up.
You see him bounce back. It's like he dive
Literally
bombs,
a pogo stick.
stabs it, lands badly, and just like boing.
So he actually did pogo. He went
Yeah, he was
boing.
pogoed, basically.
All right.
We can't hear you, Will.
My bad. Do I see him do this, and can I yell at him? And
Yeah, you see him doing all this.
Can I yell at him that there's somebody drowning with where the snakes came from?
Yes.
Okay, I do so.
Yeah, okay. All right, where?
I
You
point
definitely-
to
you
where
still see the
all the
commotion.
bubbles. Yeah, I point to the bubbles.
Okay, where are the bulbs?
So
How
over
far-
here. I've marked it. You're 20,
Where that
20 feet away about.
where
If
that
you were to
snake we
cross
can't
over.
see is.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be were you to trek on land, it would be a little bit of a distance, but going through the water would be a straight shot of 25 feet. So I think you're probably at the max your movement can allow right now, right? It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah.
What would Joshua do? I love how Cody puts thought into his moves. I'm just like, Johnny
do
does
this.
this. I do it.
Okay, so you said the snake is about 20 feet away from me?
The churning of the water is about 25 feet away from you. The closest snake to you is 10 feet. And it is visible above the water.
All right.
Hey, guess who I am?
I know what I'm going to do.
Ben, screw you.
I just need to look up something before I do it.
Okay.
I'm not going to take too long. I just need to look up a name.
Totes Magotzen.
Have you tried this flavor before?
Anyway. Okay. I'm going to bury my sword into the ground.
Uh-huh.
Free up that hand and just run. I'm going to use my action to dash
Mm-hmm.
to take another move. and I'm gonna run and jump into the water with that snake.
Okay, the closer one or the farther one?
The furthest one.
Okay, so you're gonna use 5, 10. You're gonna use all your movement to get over there.
I'm gonna try and jump on him, basically, like in the water with him.
Okay, you can. Now give me an athletics roll for a long jump.
Here's where I fail it. Here's where it bites me in the ass.
That one. Come on.
Oh,
2 7s. All right, so you are able to. You run to make a jump, but instead of clearing the first snake, you basically jump on top of it.
You straddle it? Or do you just like fall on it?
I imagine it's a very chaotic tumble.
Yeah, it is skillful enough to primarily avoid you, but it is probably likely to do what it does best. It gonna do what it do best.
All right.
You still do have, like, you can attempt to move. It's still your turn to try and move away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna keep going.
Okay.
Like, I'll crawl, like dramatically crawl away from the snake or something, grab onto whatever I can and pull myself away. It'll probably get an attack of opportunity on me, won't it?
Yep. So you are able to basically swim in this. It is a little bit thicker than nice clean water. So you slosh through. It's a little bit slower, but with the rest of your movement, you can make it to the other snake. However, you do take an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
What is your AC? It was deleted from your character earlier,
23.
and I put something else up on it. So I don't know if that was actually right though.
Joshua has a AC of 107.
Because I get 3 from scale, 3 from dexterity, and 2 from a shield. I guess it depends on if you think my shield is active. That's one thing I always questioned about D&D is, when is your shield active? Like, if you're swimming or something, do you still have that shield bonus? It's
I would say if you are ready and you are able to breathe in the water and you're not actively swimming, yes. But because you are trying to swim towards a goal and you're using your strength to do that, no. So you'd be minus.
So then my AC would be 16.
16? Okay. The snake lurches back and swiftly cuts through this thick water and does connect.
Okay.
Oh, Tanner's rolling better tonight. This is bad.
You take 8 piercing damage.
Oof.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. But it's what Joshua would have done.
Curious. Can I also roll? This thing is close enough for me to roll a nature check on it right now, right? I am suspecting they're pythons, but it just bit me, and my immediate thought is going to be like, "Oh my god, is it venomous?"
Well,
so,
you were able to, and do you? I think maybe you've done quite a bit this turn, so you might be able to think about it as you do on your next turn. But based on the description, do you think that Joshua would have figured that out? I did say they had diamond-shaped heads. I'd say that's pretty common knowledge. What that entails.
Yeah.
Diamond-shaped head, venomous.
Okay. I got a 12
on Constitution. Okay. So you do. That bite does come in, and you do feel, at first, the heat of the bite, and then a bit of the chill as it spreads through. You feel like you've resisted some of it, and it could have been worse.
Oof.
You take 5 damage.
Okay. So I took... how much total?
Oh, shit.
13.
13, yeah.
Okay. All right.
That sounded like a good sound.
I'm bloodied.
Are you?
Oof.
No, you're one away from bloodied.
No, I have 24 maximum hit points, and I just took 13.
Oh, 13, right. I was thinking of the opposite direction. Okay. All right. So now you definitely do know that they are poisonous. From experience.
Yeah, that's scary. Okay.
All right. It is now the tumultuous commotion's turn. And it does not.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, you can still move up to it.
Yeah, he wouldn't have stopped me. So yeah, I would be, I would like push him off my arm or something, and then keep moving towards this thing so I can get attacked again and die.
Well, as you come up to it, it is now the last, probably snake's turn, and it does not breach the surface and is very concentrated on what it's currently doing.
Okay.
So
yeah, my objective as I was moving was to basically just fall on that snake.
Yeah.
Put me as close as I can to him.
Yeah. So you're able to get into that tangle, but it doesn't seem as concerned with you as of yet.
Okay.
Yep. So now we will move on to Jonin.
Nope.
Oh, Kura.
You
Sorry,
missed,
Kura.
I mean, Kura walks away.
Kura walks.
Kura says, "Oh, fuck that."
It's crazy. Kura is going to cast a spell.
Okay.
I like how my turn's gonna be like, that's it. Let me do
No.
the do. Dang.
Okay. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm not. I'm just looking at it. Oh my god. I should have done it.
Good.
Just do it.
You should.
You rolled.
Huh?
It's fine.
Oh yeah, you did it.
No, I rolled that in game. I didn't even mean to do that. I just wanted to look at the description.
Oh well then.
Well, you did it.
Well, he
You
didn't say
should
he
do
did.
it anyway. It's an agile
Oh
weapon.
yeah, you did it.
That's up to DM.
I don't like it. It's just like, hey, I'm just rolling dice for shits and giggles. Oh look, I rolled a 20. I want to do that thing.
That's true. That's true.
So no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Do. Let's do. Which one can I see?
You can just see the one that was
Right
just
here.
getting tangled up with Joshua.
It
Yep.
snapped at Josh.
The ones we pinged.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna fire off a chill touch. I'm not casting it. I'm casting it, but I'm rolling to cast it. I want to do a chill touch. Ghostly skeletal hand appears in the space of the creature. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature. Assail it with a chill of the grave.
Oh, so you wanted to roll physical dice. You're just trying to get the description to come up. Okay.
Yeah, 13 plus 5. I actually rolled the same thing there. Actually, no, because it was plus 5.
18.
So 18.
18.
All right. So you reach forward with this spectral ice hand, and it flies towards the snake, grasping around its diamond head. Roll damage.
Ooh, diamond head. Ooh, max. Ocho.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
The hand clings to the target and can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okay. So this thing, you see the ice kind of spread from its head down its body. And it is starting to bleed from its mouth. And internally, because of damage. All right.
And I'll move forward just a bit,
Okay. How many feet?
but not anything. I am just moving closer to the fight.
Like 25, 10, 15,
Yeah, 30.
25,
However
30.
much.
So you move 30 feet up. Okay.
I did. Okay.
All right. Jonin.
Well, seeing what my new companion just did.
I say, I see him up there, and I know, I see him about to do something. I'm like, Archer, fire!
Do the arrow. You're starting to turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger. Fire the arrow.
Kuraki Vreka says fire the
Get in the
arrow.
chopper. All right.
Show me the money.
So Jonan puts his sword and shield away and pulls out his bow
Okay.
and
Do what you
fires
do best.
That's what he says.
fires at the snake.
So in order to put your sword and shield away,
Bonus action.
Yeah, but you will. In order to equip something, it's going to take your action. So you can drop those to the ground and pull out your bow.
Wait, did he climb up a tree with his sword and shield?
But he put them up.
Oh, and then he took him out once he got up there.
Yeah, because he pogoed. So basically, you just have your. I would let you
I'm
have your
really
sword out now,
confused.
but you'd have to drop your sword in order to pull out your bow. Literally drop it.
All right, how far of a jump is it to the snake?
With the way 5e rules work, it's the same as from the ground, so 5, 10, 15, 20 feet jump. So you could do you could do athletics. I would. Yeah, it's a long jump. It would be athletics.
But he's also not moving beforehand. He's.
Yeah, so it would be an athletics jump. Oh, yeah, you can't do because long jump you have to be running for 10 feet beforehand.
Yeah.
So you could jump, but it's just going to be
A normal jump.
a normal jump, which I can't.
Like you would
remember how
jump like
long.
5 feet from the tree and hit the ground.
All right, so Jonan, hearing Kura's words, throws his sword and shield to the ground and pulls out his bow.
Archer, do what you do best.
But he throws it to a place where he can easily pick
Yeah,
it.
you drop it and it sticks handle up, so where if you fall down on the ground, you can easily pull it up and be like, "Hiya!"
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what basically
So-
the double was when you
Do
drop.
what you do best.
He pulls out his longbow and fires away
Okay, roll the hit.
with a 25.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Got fucking Legolas over here. All right. Yeah, you knock back the arrow, keeping your one leg braced around the tree branch and propping yourself up. And instead of pulling back, you lean back, leaving that front arm forward, and release the arrow. It flies through the air and hits this thing dead in the face. How much
I
damage?
don't think it mattered. I don't think it mattered how much damage I did for the way you described it, but 5.
As it smacks, you can hear a crack of bone, and it sinks down. Slowly, bubbles come up.
And Kura salutes you
So seeing Kura's
in a orcish salute. So I guess you wouldn't know what an orcish salute is. I don't know what an orcish. What is it? What would it?
Wouldn't
What
it be a
hobgoblin? A hobgoblin salute.
Jonan,
I don't
knowing
know. What would it be, like a chess thing or one of those, or?
I don't know. You could make it up though.
It'll be let's see. It'll be
I mean, yes.
That's it.
It's a hang. It's a hang.
It's
hang
he
loose.
he
Hang loose, my brother.
hang loose, and he slams it against his chest, like it bounces off. That's the
Just a
the-
thump.
so with that being said, what Jonan chooses to do is seeing his new companion obviously in a accepting mood of what he just did, he realizes that maybe this guy thinks I'm really cool, and he front flips out of the tree.
Oh God! Oh God!
Okay. Roll acrobatics, please.
Yes.
Oh my God! What's gonna happen?
22.
22.
You jump out of the tree, and as you do, you look over to Kura, and as you're flipping midair,
Wait, can I
wait, I have something. For
Oh,
you.
sorry. I'm sorry.
You give him the patented Dungoof look.
I go,
And
You're like, yeah.
instead of hitting the ground hard like one would expect from 20 feet up, you sink in a little bit in a divot. All the while keeping
right
your
next
head,
to us.
keeping your head basically in the position. You know, like when you take chickens and you move them around, their head stays in one place.
So I get to watch him
Yes.
this entire time.
Yep. And as he lands, it's like his head bobbles to keep himself in position as his body moves. And you reach out and you put your hand on your sword.
all right. Well, I do pick up my sword and shield. If I can't do it this time, I
Yeah,
will
you'll have
put
to do
them
it
away
next
next time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Turns over.
Joshua, it is your turn after this spectacle.
Kura is just like awestruck. Just he can't. After the salute, he's just like left hanging there. Like, Wow.
Like
This
he's
guy
starting off
is the
goofy,
real
he's
deal.
getting like genuinely creepy.
From Goofy
He's
to
always
Creepy.
just like no matter what it is, he could kill someone.
Yeah,
Stab him in the
yeah,
gut with, like,
just- while I'm doing it, I'm just
something and just go. Creepy dude.
All right.
All right.
Joshua, what you doing?
Okay.
Meanwhile, Joshua's in some real shit.
Snake is ignored. Like I jumped on it and I'm like, hey, go home, but it's not. It's fucking ignored.
Well, I mean, it is your turn to try and do something about it.
Did you leave your sword in the ground, Joshua?
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, I'm don't worry about that.
Wait, where is it in the ground?
It's like
threw it.
right underneath the tree.
Yep.
Oh, it's too far from me.
It's we'll say it's like
Jump
right
in
at the
and
edge.
Throw it.
It's right there. Right at the edge of the water.
Yeah, pick it up with your mage hand. Do telekinetic shit with it. Anyway.
Wait, was it stabbed into the ground, or was it just
He placed it.
I mean, I didn't like
Flat on the ground.
I more so just like put it down and got out fast because I needed a free hand.
Yeah.
The snake.
Yeah.
The person it's constricting a person, right? Or is it just like
It
we
is-
already
It seems like the struggle isn't as strong now. And that the snake is able to pull his attention away, as if he is not as motivated to try and take this thing down anymore. Or it's not as necessary.
can I see or touch the person that it has wrapped up?
You can reach out into this. I mean, it's still turning. Much of what you feel is snake, but you do touch some what feels like cloth.
All right. I'm gonna pull out my hand axe
Okay.
and try and whack the hell out of this thing.
Okay. Yeah, your force isn't going to be as great, but you are close enough. If you're going to put all your strength into it and not think about keeping yourself afloat or anything like that, you won't impose disadvantage. But if you're still worried about, because you are wearing heavy armor, you're wearing scale, right? This is medium?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to have to work a bit to keep yourself afloat, but you won't be at disadvantage.
12.
Okay. So that does not hit. So as you reach forward, it moves not consciously out of the way, but out of the way enough as it turns for the axe to swing right by it.
Sounds about right. After the bonus? Yeah.
Wait. Oh yeah, that was 12. That's fine.
Yeah, I rolled a 3. That makes sense. Okay.
Oh, you rolled a 7. Your proficiency is 3 and then 2. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That was my action. There's not a whole lot I can do with my move in the situation. Let me look up. Let me look at. Ancestry.
What exactly are you thinking about doing?
Anything that can help this person, but everything requires a gosh darn action.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could just try and reach out and wrestle with this thing, which is basically
I
action.
mean, I don't want to do that. I figured like that would be an action.
Oh, I will. Yes, typically it would. But if that's what you're primarily doing and you aren't going to use your movement or anything, I'll allow you to do that to try and grapple with it as your bonus action.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Do it.
17 athletics.
So you're able to grab on to the cylindrical shape of this snake. I still don't know whether or not I should call it torso. And you wrap yourself up in it and find the space right below its head. It feels like you currently have taken control of the situation, and it is no longer worried about the person that isn't currently moving or flailing about. And it is now focused on you and this situation it finds itself in. And that'll be the end of your turn.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, Kura.
Is this thing underwater?
What thing?
This snake thing.
All right, let's do this. Joshua, are you trying to position it in any sort of way?
I would be trying to wrestle it away from the person.
Okay.
Like I would be trying to like get between it or like pull on it or something.
I just want to know if I can see it.
Yeah,
To shoot a spell at it.
No, if it is, you can see the area that it is under, but you don't have a clear view of it.
Okay.
Do I need to go underwater?
Do you?
I guess I would need to.
So this water's pretty deep.
Can I cast spells underwater?
Yeah.
I can. Oh,
Well,
okay.
if it's verbal, you're going to have some trouble. It'll be a disadvantage.
Oh, let me see my spell.
In 3.5, if you could breathe underwater, you could cast spells.
But not if you couldn't.
I think if you couldn't, I think you had to. There was a skill called spellcraft.
It says mine are both verbal.
Oh.
I actually think there is a rule. I actually think this is a ruling in the combat section of the player handbook. I'm pretty sure there's like underwater combat, and then it goes into casting underwater.
Yeah, if we're gonna read it as raw, you can. It's not strictly raw to disallow spellcasting. Read as written.
This is a good time to remind our Twitch viewers that we are still learning this game.
198 combat underwater.
Well, casting underwater is
So-
pretty complicated.
Most spells require the chanting of mystic words. The words themselves aren't the source of the spell's power. Rather, the particular combination of sounds with a specific pitch and resonance sets the threads of magic in motion. Thus, a character who is gagged or in an area of silence, such as one created by the silence spell, can't cast a spell with a verbal component. So you can make noises and make the same pitches. Like I said, it'll just be at disadvantage.
I see.
And that's how I'm going to read that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's fair. Okay, in that case, I would like to head over there. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I should be able to get underwater and see them.
Yes, you
I
can
come
make your
here.
way over there. So
Okay.
you get in that 5-foot space between the land and the commotion, and you are able to not see it, but you know where its presence is. The water again is very murky, so if you want to open your eyes in here, that's up to you. But you do know that at this point, there is likely a tanglement between whoever is in the water and the snake, or with Joshua and the snake. You're not sure which is going on.
I mean, honestly, I think I wouldn't go for disadvantage. I think I would just go for attacking with a melee weapon. So,
Let's see. Joshua, roll. What's your passive perception actually? Is that 16? No, 10.
Yeah.
10. Okay.
Yeah, and like if it's not something you would see just looking straight at it, then I wouldn't know.
Yeah. So basically, you wouldn't have the wherewithal to know that someone else has jumped in with you and to position the snake
Yeah,
in
the
that
snake-
sort of manner.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
So you're just restraining it from attacking others, but you're not. Other people won't get advantage for your positioning with this grapple.
That makes sense if it's messy and underwater and
Yeah.
snaky.
Like if he touched me, I just think it's a darn snake brushing against my thigh, essentially.
Gross.
I'm brushing against your thigh.
All right, so
As I jump in the puddle, I brush against his thigh.
you jump in the puddle. You just kind of do this one thing where you just start shooting hands down in the water.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna just attack with my dagger then,
Okay.
and go for a stabby stab.
All right. Yeah, swing forward on that.
I'm so glad Kura's not using Shocking Grasp right now.
Nat 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that misses.
Kill Salt.
Well,
No,
damn.
you stab forward as you come down using your momentum of jumping into the water. You connect with reptilian flesh. What is
and I
damage?
do 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. Did you double that, or was that
Yeah, I rolled a 4 and a 1, and it gets a +1.
you rolled a 4 and a 1 and it gets a +1?
I rolled a D4 twice.
Oh, you rolled 2d4.
+1, and then I get
Okay.
+1 for damage.
Gotcha.
I'm not great at my dagger, but
So
that's the only
6.
melee I've got.
All right.
Critical.
So
Critical hit.
up in the tree, Jonan, you see
Nope,
blood.
I'm down. I'm not in the tree.
Oh, whatever. Wherever your vantage point
Yep.
is, you see
Got it.
streaks of blood surface and kind of twist around. You're not exactly who is bleeding, but someone is bloodied.
Oh no.
Oh no. Kura, is there anything else that you can do? Is that your turn?
I mean, could I try to grapple and get more of a handle on this thing? You know, like control over the snake kind of thing.
It's currently in a grapple with Joshua, and from here on out, we're just going to do grapples as actions unless you have the ability to do them as bonus actions.
Okay.
So yeah, you wouldn't have any need to in this current situation.
Okay.
Yep.
That's fine.
All right.
That's me.
So Jonan, as you pick your teeth on a stream that's recorded.
Jonan saw. Yeah. whatever. Jonan saw the blood come up,
Mhm.
and he also sees that there is the sword he recognizes as Joshua's. So he picks up his sword and shield.
Okay, so you're a small character.
Yeah.
He's,
Oh,
he's picking
your
up.
sword
For
is your sword very big?
It's a long sword, and historically, long swords are what we call great swords, and in D&D, great swords are what we call like the things the size of a freaking car.
Oh, okay. So
So it's
I
pretty-
look at the sword and awe and be like, how does he carry that?
Wait, are longswords?
I thought a longsword can be also
It's
one-handed.
a one-handed weapon, yeah.
You
Yeah.
can two-hand or one-hand it.
But it's bigger than me. It's
historically-
probably
yeah, long swords are technically great swords in real life, and great swords are technically Zweihanders or claymores in real life. They're 6 feet,
yeah. So I am a 3'4" character or 3 foot
also
whatever.
as big as you are. Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
tiny. I can't pick it up.
5th edition does have the distinction between longswords and greatswords. So this would be, I think they're not taking the historical definition, and this is just a sword. So long swords are your typical swords. Your one-handed knights wield this stuff. Short swords would be the things that, are tinier, and the ones that would typically be regular length. And then great swords are those large, cloud-sized cleavers.
yeah. But what I was telling him is he's a small character,
Yeah,
and
It's
this
still
long
small.
sword-
It's still probably bigger than me.
so it's a really big weapon.
it is
Yeah.
at least your size, if not larger.
Okay, so I don't try to pick that up. Then that would not make
I mean,
sense.
you could
I-
carry it.
I do, however, put my sword and shield away. Well,
Do you leave them on the ground?
I instead drop my bow beside the sword in the ground, the long sword, and grab my shield and sword and dive in to help my comrades.
3 friends in the water. Muck.
With a snake.
So, with a snake. Okay.
We're playing Twister.
Yeah. So you can, from your base of the tree, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, you can make it over to it. So you make it on the other side of Joshua. And you... Man. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Stab it with my rapier.
Yep, go ahead and make the attack.
Do I get advantage because I would be kind of behind it ish from the way it
No,
looks?
just because
No?
of you're not sure of the location. So, yes, typically you would, but in this situation you probably have disadvantage, but because it's in the same place, so they equal each other out.
Okay, I got you. So I roll my rapier and roll a 13.
You strike forward with your rapier, and you feel it like bounce off of scales and connect with nothing.
Yay.
Will.
I shouldn't have left my. Oh, sorry. So I end my turn.
Okay. All right. So now we will come back to Joshua. What do you do? You currently have this thing in your grasp. Just take it and bash its head against your head.
I'm trying to. There's
Use your knee.
like a rule for attacking with a light weapon or a simple weapon and a grapple. I can never remember it. I'm just gonna try and hit him with the axe again.
Okay, yeah. Roll to hit. Since you kind of are in control of the situation, you can loosen the grapple and know where it is, and I will... you can have advantage because you are in control and you know where it is, and your grapple is there, so you can just kind of...
18.
All right, 18 hits. Roll damage.
It's going to be 6. I know it says 4, but it's not counting my dueling style.
Okay.
I have. Adds 2 damage to a one-hand weapon.
Okay, cool. So with 6 damage, how do you want to do this?
I'm gonna try and like bury the beard of the axe straight in its head, like in the center of its skull, and like try and pull its head away from whatever it was biting or messing with.
So you with your... Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
Okay. So you, with your left hand, keep a hold of the base of this thing's skull, right below the skull, and you pull it forward as you bring your axe straight at it, and you cleave square into its skull and bury that hatchet inside this poisonous snake. It no longer moves.
I'm gonna hit it a couple more times.
Yeah, you do so. It's pretty gross. Now there's just snake stuff floating around, and you all
Nice.
are just there's gray matter around.
Jonan in the. I mean, he can't really see what's going on. He does see that the thing is not moving. He goes
underwater.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys have defeated these 3 snakes. What are you doing now?
I'm gonna push the snake and grab the person and like haphazardly swim to shore.
You grab a small figure and you make it over to the shore. As you come up on the water and drag them up with you, you notice that it is a small boy.
Okay, lay on hands. Here's a conundrum. Lay on hands is...
Oh, shoot.
Paladin level times 5. I'm level 2.
Okay.
Did lay on hands when I leveled up get more points? It might say it. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna cast it and then.
Well, no, because you would have.
It still has 2 points remaining on it, so it can still.
Oh, okay. So, but from your short rest, do you regain any of those? Is that a thing? Because you would only gotten points back from a short rest, not from leveling up. Because no one got those extra spell slots.
Okay, yeah. I would heal him for 2 points of damage.
Okay. The boy currently is not breathing. You don't notice any bite marks, but you do see that his face is blue. And if you check for a pulse, you are unable to find one. As you reach out with your hand, you see emanating from where your hand is above his bare chest, red starts to rush and color starts to return to his skin, but it's not happening very quickly.
Okay.
Jonan goes retrieve his longbow.
Okay, yeah, you go and get all your stuff.
I'm just wringing out my clothes and
You
stuff.
can also
I can't-
grab Joshua's items.
I kind of like drag it over to him, I guess.
Oh, actually, I'm making a quick campfire to like dry my clothes, kind of stuff, a little
Okay.
bit.
All right, so you're able to make up a campfire with some
Prestidigitation.
dry wood. Oh, yeah, you get some dry wood over from the tree, and you're able to prestidigitate a small fire. Cody, you gonna try anything else?
Why is medicine wisdom? Who's just good at medicine because they were born wise?
People who eventually become medicine people.
Yeah, how they do that though?
I don't know.
8 years of.
I didn't make the rules, man.
I know, it's so dumb.
It should be intelligence, right? Whatever.
Yeah, it should be.
You want to? That's your roll for medicine.
If he feels out of his comfort zone, which, what the hell? Oh, it's okay. Yeah, if he feels outside of his comfort zone, he wouldn't do anything. Like that's just a 7. Obviously, he's not very versed in medicine, so he would be looking at like,
Yeah, you don't see much, and it seems like your lay on hands isn't solving the issue.
I don't think I know any medicine to even do a check. I only have.
Think about your background and what it requires to be where you're from.
Oh yeah, we take care of war wounds.
If we can get him to last the night, like he'll survive. Like I just need to get him to last the night.
I mean, would my character know CPR?
Yeah,
You
Or
could roll
anything?
medicine to see if he does.
I was about to ask that too.
My character goes and checks if he's breathing, or and
I tell you, he's not breathing.
then
Yeah, he's definitely not breathing.
He's like, maybe his lungs are full of water. 20.
Nat
Not
20?
nat.
Okay.
Not.
With a 20, you do recall back that a lot of times breathing requires the windpipes. And that oftentimes when you try and breathe underwater, especially in mucky water, those types of things can get obstructed.
Jonan,
I administer CPR. Do I know? Do I happen to know CPR?
Yeah, with that 20, you can figure out how to to
So like
check.
I'd
You-
pick him up and like
you
turn him on
reach-
his back and I knock some.
Never ever do that. If you see
Don't
someone
ever do that.
choking in real life, do never do that. That will cause it to lodge worse. So you know not to do that. No, you feel
Apparently.
you reach
If we
forward,
systematically go through what you know not to do, we might figure out what you need to do.
you actually reach forward and you start feeling his throat, and you feel that there is something extending in the middle. And with this medicine check, you know that sometimes you just had to reach down in and grab that stuff out. And
I point at Jonan and I say, "Little hands, grab this
From his throat.
like clear his throat." Like I told.
oh no.
Put your hand in his
Do you
mouth.
really?
if
Are
he
you really
walks
saying that
you
to Jonan?
through it, you can roll with advantage.
Wait. Are you saying that to Jonan for real?
This is a little kid, and I'm a hobgoblin medium.
Yeah, I'm small enough to do it. So, okay, Jonan hears you say that there is something stuck in his throat. He thinks that reaching in people's mouths is nasty, so Jonan goes and steps on his stomach real hard.
Do either of you?
I would have grabbed his leg because I knew that if I knew that was bad.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Or he goes to do that.
Roll sleight of hand dexterity. Oh Jesus!
I was
Roll
ushering you to go quickly. Like I was yelling at you just now.
Yeah.
Want me to roll
Well-
persuasion?
Yeah. Well, it would.
Would
My
I mean,
so
your persuasion
my
would just probably persuade him to step faster.
what I'm saying is I would have been direct, but you would have still.
I would think of another way on the fly
It'd been
because I'm
like-
being yelled at,
Dex-
and
dexterity
I'm the only one that
save,
could do
please,
it. So
Connor.
I don't do it to harm him. I say, "Trust me, guys," and I go to just like
So I roll to stop his hand.
Yep. Just a dex save.
What do I roll?
Dex. Because I can't. I know.
Oh no. Oh no.
You come down with your foot, and it connects with the boy's stomach.
I do it not to harm him. I do it in a way that is going to make him upchuck, kind of like the Heimlich in reverse, where he's laying on his back. I did clarify that because I am trying to help. That is what my intentions are. Maybe I could roll something.
I mean, nope. Because that's just.
Can I
not how
punch him in the
fights-
chest?
Who, the kid?
Done goof.
Yeah. After you see him do it, let me explain what happens here. So you step on this kid's stomach, not to hurt him, intentionally. But as most
I'm
people
very
know,
small, too.
the stomach is not connected to the wind pipes or the lungs.
But it does make him go. Puh!
No, what it does is push whatever is in his stomach up, and it starts to come up, and you see that some of it does, but it doesn't seem to help. As a matter of fact, it seems to hinder.
Oh, Jonan.
All right, I'm gonna push Joan aside. Just try and just get my large hands in his mouth. Fuck it.
All right. Guided by
Wait.
Kura, you can do so at advantage. I don't know why Kura just didn't take.
If
his
my
medicine roll
hands
to
are
do it.
smaller than his, I would
about the
do
same
it.
size.
I had asked him to do it, and then if I know that they're the same size, I go ahead and do it because I know what I'm doing.
Let's reach into his mouth at once.
Oh, my God.
Oh God!
You both
No,
reach forward
after
and
done
you bump
goof.
knuckles awkwardly. And
I do it.
you reach in and you,
I'm
with
like,
your medicine check,
I
you
have this.
dislodge very easily this wad of swamp moss out of the boy's throat that has like a few rocks in it, surrounded as well. And with it comes up this bile and swamp water.
Turn him on his side.
Yeah, you turn him on his side, it comes out.
Small side.
He is still unconscious and not breathing.
Time to CPR.
Jonan kind of realizes that maybe he shouldn't have done that. He kind of feels
I
bad.
push it away. I say,
I said,
no more patience with your input.
Jonan says, "I done goofed."
Not immediate.
Kura just gives him a quick glare,
Okay. But
He goes
You don't
back
get acknowledged by Joshua.
and then he starts the CPR.
between the two of you working on this boy, lay on hands and CPR, and your knowledge of what's it called? Wartime making whatever.
Just medic triage.
Triage. Thank you. With your knowledge of triage, you are able to. It seems to stabilize the boy. A short breath escapes his lungs, and the color returns to his body.
There we go.
And
I
I put him in a comfortable position.
You have a bedroll, I believe.
Yeah. Put that out by the fire.
Crap. Yeah, so you set up a bedroll, you lay it down, and you get him dried up and warmed up at the fire.
I loosened it up for you.
Shut up.
I just glare out.
Shut up, Joan.
I just glare at Joan.
Damn, dude. Just damn.
I
say stick to archery.
will do.
After, at this point, you find that it's probably a good time to maybe consume some rations. So please subtract one ration, half of, like, 1 day of ration. For today.
Dungoof was carrying all those.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I have.
Oh, you all have rations, but you have, I think,
Did we-
3 days apiece extra
Remember
ration.
at the tavern?
Yeah, I do have those, but
Got
I did
him
not.
us all 3 days rations bundled together.
So you might want to go through those first because the other stuff probably wouldn't
Yeah,
spoil as
let's
quickly.
just use that.
So I have 9 days rations, spoilable or something. Sure.
So we take three out of them.
Yep. So I've got 6 days now.
Okay.
Do I have to keep carrying these?
Yes.
Even more so now.
I just glare at him.
But we have about 6 days worth of rations. Home skillets. I don't say home skillets.
It was made on a home skillet, though. All right. So, with this fire setup, do you guys sit and wait here to try and see if the boy
I think we
recovers?
do a rest.
Okay. It is not. It is not yet nighttime. Resting in a location like this, and in many locations out in nature, you'll find could bring trouble along with it. Staying in one
We don't have
place.
a choice.
Yeah. So you guys feel like taking a short rest?
Yeah, we set up guard watch.
I'll take first watch, guys, since I.
We should take a long rest. We don't really have a
Yeah.
choice right now.
Yeah, I think we should take a long rest actually. So we'll each one of us has 4 hours. Somebody will have to take a 4 hour, then another 4 hour. We'll just do three different 4 hour watches. You know what I mean?
I
so
say that. Yeah.
I'll take a 4 hour. Those two sleep. One of them wakes up in 4 hours. I go to sleep for 8. You see what I mean?
Oh, you want to
It
take
works.
12 hours?
Yeah,
No.
that require 4 additional hours.
That would require.
You guys can
4
switch
additional hours.
shifts. You're going to do 3 different shifts. Tell me who's taking first, second, and third shift.
I'll take first shift since I messed up. That's my Jonan voice. If you didn't know.
Okay.
Who's taking second and third?
I'll take second.
Okay.
And that means Kura
Yep.
takes third.
Kura hasn't volunteered to take a shift. He
Kura,
might-
will you take third?
He nods.
Okay.
I was hoping you would just be like, I'm going to sleep. And you just sleep 8 hours. You wouldn't do anything.
Okay. All right. So it is.
Oh yeah, I should have just glared at Dungoof.
The sun is currently not too low in the sky. It is late afternoon, you would imagine by its position. You all settle down to rest, pulling out your bedrolls near this fire. Do you set up anything else?
It's late afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Because you left at about 1 o'clock.
Would
I'd
we?
say.
I suggested to the group. Would we want to move to a more formidable location before we rest?
Let's roll a medicine check to see if the boy can handle being moved.
Yeah.
We would have to move him. Do we see somewhere immediate that's good cover?
No.
Okay, yeah, we would have to move him, carry him somewhere, and we kind of need to assess if.
Yeah, like make a stretcher and all that stuff.
Yeah, we don't have a stretcher. We'd have to improvise with a bedroll, which
Right,
would
right,
be
right.
cumbersome.
Yeah, you could roll a medicine check. Who wants to roll this? If you're doing it, if the others are helping you, you'll do it at advantage.
If he has 1 point in wisdom, I'm helping him.
Okay.
I only have 1 point.
There you go.
We're helping you.
I'm assisting him.
Okay,
I got
so
0.
Ben, you're rolling at advantage.
Roll an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was an 8.
Okay.
That was a 16 plus 1, 17.
Okay. With a 17, you feel like if you did it carefully enough, you could move the boy. But the problem is, it won't be very far, and you currently don't see anything that would seem to be a better option than where you are.
Yeah, that was my problem.
Yep.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah, we'll just chill.
Okay.
I take first watch.
All right.
We do it near the tree.
Okay. So you guys set up that the fire up near the tree, and post up for hopefully 8 hours. During the first watch, it goes by or a few hours. Let's say Let's say 2.5, 3 hours. Go by and nothing happens. The sun continues to descend in the western sky as it approaches dusk. At this point, you can switch shifts. Who was second shift? That was Joshua. Okay. So Kura, you go wake Joshua. I'm sorry, Jonan, you go wake Joshua.
Your turn. I shake him.
I get up and I tell him to get some rest.
Okay. So you as well post up, taking a glance around the entire area. And it also goes off without trouble. The air has grown cold, and you see the last sliver of the orange sun peek over the western horizon. The fog, however, is now so dense that you can feel it in your lungs. After some time, mosquitoes find you. And your watch is ended.
Ha
I'm gonna wake up Kura.
So this is be the 12th hour, by the way.
369.
I know.
You're at 9 hours.
Okay, fine. Yeah, we're good. Go ahead.
So you total 8 hours.
11 nature check.
For what?
How to keep mosquitoes off you.
Oh. You do your arms like this and swat them around in the air.
Nature check.
You're asleep. Oh, but now you're awake because, yep. You go wake up Kura. Kura, you post up. You notice the mosquitoes as well.
Yeah, some people put like mud on their skin so the mosquitoes couldn't bite them, but
Yeah, you don't think to do that.
Yeah.
Jonan still sleeps naked.
Great. Mosquito bites your pee-pee.
yes.
All right. So Kura, you begin your watch. The moon, nearly full, rises in the sky as the chill increases. And
If I were to,
Someone check on the kid.
of course I check on the kid. If
yeah,
I were
I'll say you all did. You said
Yeah.
If I
fine.
were to cast a ritual spell that
You
takes
would
an
not
hour,
be watching. You would.
I
just
would not be
casting.
watching.
Correct.
Oh, well, could I have gotten up during somebody else's shift and done that?
If you wanted to take.
would
Yeah,
have
because a
happened?
long rest, you could still do whatever you want. So I'd give you the option of during someone else's watch. You can.
Oh, okay.
cast
I
it.
would like to do like just the hour before my watch starts. I would like to switch to find familiar and cast that ritual spell
Okay. So you.
for a hawk.
You gather up yourself and sit and concentrate for that hour before your shift. And then off in the distance, seemingly out of nowhere, you hear, "Ah!" and this hawk, this red-tailed hawk flies in and lands on the ground near you.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right. And you begin your watch. And it also...
And I send my hawk out every once in a while.
Yeah, he's got a hawk now. He's gonna be the best person for perception there is.
So you don't notice anything moving out in the marsh. For some reason, it has gone quiet. Or for no reason at all. Doesn't have to be a reason. Don't read into it. And you all feel well rested as the boy stirs and coughs up and awakens at about midnight. At the end of your long rest.
Okay, I go to his side and I tell him not to move. I tell him you're okay.
He looks a little scared. Roll persuasion for me.
That one. Let's get that one.
What'd you roll?
A 10. Just like I'm on average.
He's fine. He notices you and he kind of looks you over real quick and sees the symbols of your order and calms down.
For some reason, to me, a 10 is just as funny as a 1 because a 10 is just like an average check.
Yeah.
Like nothing special about it. It's just like generic.
No,
like,
I do that.
Hi, you're awake. Hi.
Luckily, children are gullible
yeah.
and trusting. So he just kind of looks you over. It seems like he's trying to speak, but can't really manage it.
I just I set my hand on his chest. And I tell him, "Don't speak."
He nods at you.
La da 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 da.
The other two, Jonan and Kura, you wake up at this point.
It's already.
What, Kura?
Oh, you were already awake. Yeah.
We got spells.
Yep. You all get everything that you get from your second level because of your long rest.
Yes.
So what you guys doing with this kid?
I'm gonna heal shit out of him.
Okay. He's a commoner, so you would understand that it doesn't take too much.
How much does it take?
You could.
there's really no reason to drag it out. I can just do one all day. So
Yeah. So as you just kind of monitor how he's doing, and you ask him as you're healing, you do heal him for 9 points.
okay,
Yep.
that's how much you needed.
Yep.
All right.
Because the time before brought him. Oh shit. Well. Yep. Because Jonan did do some damage to him.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah, that Johnny guy. Eee.
That June boy.
Last time you asked me to get something out of somebody's mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, to get him up all the way would take 11. My bad.
I just get him past bloodied. I'm not gonna use it
Oh,
all.
yeah. Okay. So 5.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have been at 0. Yeah. So 5. 5 is fine. Okay. All right. So he is fully conscious, and he starts looking around, and he rubs his stomach.
One second.
Jonan says, are you sorry about that?
He kind of looks at you
And then
very confused.
before John says anything, I just 8 deception. I tell him, snake got him in the stomach or something.
He looks at you suspiciously, and then kind of looks over. He's looking around, and he notices the dead snakes, and his eyes go wide, and they bounce between each of you, from Joshua to Jonan to Kura, and they stay on Kura.
I'm sitting like on the other side of the fire from him, so the flames are like dancing on my.
They certainly
person.
are, and he starts. Noises do escape his throat at this point, and he starts pleading. Oh man, I was about to do a British accent. It's Australian.
Do it.
Here it is. There. No, wait. There we are. So here now, I got to bring it up. Please, sir. Please. I don't want to go back. I'm sorry. I just don't take me again.
He's
What the fuck is
talking
he
to me.
talking about?
He is looking at Kura and saying this.
I tilt my head and I squinch my eyebrows.
He looks.
I look over.
He looks back at you, Joshua, and he said, "He's the one. He took. He's in control."
Oh,
I look at you and was like, "Is that true?"
Good. I say.
Jonan steps in. Jonan steps in to
Roll of
Kura's
what?
rescue. Jonan steps in to Kura's rescue because he could see. He's like, but he was with us the whole time. It couldn't have been him.
Roll persuasion.
I'm saying that too, Joshua.
No,
Can
right,
Joshua?
Joshua.
Like,
Okay.
Okay, yeah, but what did Kura say?
control of what? The zombies? Control. What control?
I'm gonna look curiously at the shot. Average attempt. I don't regard you with any more than I did before.
Average.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing? Are you gonna control?
I'm
the
looking back.
I say I
Tell him.
control of
you're
what?
still safe. Right now, you're nothing bad is going to happen to you right now. You're still safe. Just try and relax. Try and rest.
He does not look persuaded and begins to move himself backwards away from Kura.
I make no movements.
It's almost as if somebody that looks like Kura. Okay, sorry. I look at Kura. I say, Kura, what is the meaning of this?
I follow the kid. I follow him. I say, listen, as long as I'm here, he or anyone else isn't going to hurt you.
All right, now roll persuasion. With advantage.
Cool. That should be pretty good.
15, not bad.
15.
So he doesn't back away from you anymore, but he will not take his eyes off of Kura.
I regard Kuro with a curious, skeptical glance, like, what did you do?
And I give him the same thing back with my shoulders shrugged.
What I don't know.
And my arms crossed. I've been here the whole time. Kuraki Vreka's been here the whole time. What is... I don't even know my accent anymore.
I mean, I don't
That was it.
That was it.
That was good enough.
Okay.
You know your accent. We just can't place it.
Kura knows not what is happening.
But back
And
up
that-
you.
What control do you speak of? The zombies?
Kura says.
The boy doesn't answer you. Instead, he looks back up to Joshua, and he
right.
whispers. But you all can basically hear it. He says, "He took me, and he took. Boy, oh boy, what was her name? Vera.
Elizabeth.
He took me, and he took. Nope, not Vera. Sorry. Yep.
Here's her mom.
Yep, Lorna. He took me and he took Lorna.
Okay.
And
Wait,
He had-
I
he
point,
had-
it,
no.
point at myself?
he's
And-
disregarding you completely. He
Oh,
said-
wait, he's talking to Joan. Yeah,
he said-
Joshua.
He sent them. He sent all the dead people into the town, and they took us, and they brought us to the manor, and when daylight came, I escaped.
And I say, I was in the town the whole time. As the warden, you know this.
I looked at Kura and I'm just like, I know. It's okay. And I look back to the kid. I'm just like, something's not adding up. But I trust Kura right now. So I'm like, my skepticism is more like, what's going on?
I say aloud, since we could all hear that, I say, wouldn't we be able to find answers in this manner that he speaks of? Maybe we should go. I'm itching to use my bow again.
And stomp on some bitches.
Tanner, could I would have sent my hawk on like a scouting mission around and gotten information back. Could I have gotten information about this
If I recall,
manor or the whereabouts of where we're at and location?
If I recall correctly, hawks don't have night vision,
Oh.
so it will be difficult for him to perceive in the dark.
Okay, sorry.
Anyways, if you wanted to go that route, a bat might have been good.
That's a good idea. Well, then my hawk's on my shoulder.
Okay.
Or he's in the tree hanging out, just
Okay.
like keeping a
He's
watch as much
purveying
as he
the
can.
land, previewing.
As much as he can.
I look at the boy, since he's not regarding Kura, and I say, where is this manor? I would love to help.
He points back at the trail. There's basically a winding trail that cuts out of this area, and he explains to you how to get to the manor, how he got here. He does make note to tell you. So after you follow the trail, you gotta remember to take a right at the large rotting tree to get to the place where they took me.
Okay. I commit that to memory.
Okay. But
How much longer do we want to play tonight?
I don't know. You guys want to? There is a bit of a stopping point planned. This might be good after a long rest, and we can pick up tomorrow. But I don't know how
Well,
long
we-
it would take you to get to the next part.
We
Next
have
Monday.
a direction at least, so it would be a good stopping point if everybody's ready.
We're rested. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good place to stop, I believe. Wasn't
Boom.
planned, but it works. So yeah, you guys have directions toward this thing that is apparently the boy is calling a manor. For some reason, he does not like Kura, believes he's seen him before, and that he is making all of this happen.
Yeah, I know something's up. I trust Kura, or
Well, at this point, I think we do trust Cora because we've already established that we were with him when this would have happened, right?
my character's wisdom is his weakness. So I don't know if he would be naive or easy to fool. I'm not quite sure yet.
Naive.
But he's been with Kura the entire time, and he's seen Kura fight, and Kura's has back. So he's got a little bit more weight than a panicked kid just being like, ah! So
Jonan is very trusting and very naive. He is in full defense of Cora at this point because he has seen him many times.
yeah, I'm not going to be late next month.
Wait a second. Hold on. Can we go back a little bit? This is about going back.
You actually.
So welcome to the post episode.
So you actually. Well, I would have told you that I was the warden after that fight.
And you did
With the
give me
kobolds.
evidence that you were the
Walked
warden
up and told
as
me you were
well.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah, he would have.
But
given,
yeah, I mean, you didn't like. Yeah, I guess you guys didn't really ask me to confirm it.
no. Wait, we
Or
did.
did you? Did you?
Yeah, I guess
think
I
Cody
wasn't-
might have.
I wasn't
I
second.
can't sense motive anyone. So
You
I
can't
pretty
do
much
what?
know what people tell me.
Investigation. Insight. Since
So
motive was what it was in 3.5e, I believe.
Oh, right.
I think you did say something that only the warden would have said before we were discussing it. You knew the actions beforehand. So I think that Jonan, in particular, does believe that you were the warden and you've been with us the whole time. But that being said, there's just some random dude that pops out of nowhere and claims to be that warden that we thought was a warden. So,
I knew something was up.
Yes, you did
I had
make that
no-
knowledge roll.
The fact that something was up. So I found it really easy to believe when he came up and said, hey, I was the warden. Like, that was easy for me to believe. The kid being really skeptic. The kid doesn't have enough weight with me yet. He just came out of nowhere. He's panicked. We just got out of a fight.
this might not even be a
Helping us
kid.
right now. Like, he doesn't have enough weight in my mind to give me any suspicion. He just makes me curious. Like, I'm probably going to ask Kura more about what's going on, but I don't think he did anything yet. Does that make sense?
That's a good setup. If it makes
Yeah.
sense to you, that is what matters. So thank you, everyone who watched the stream for watching. You'll find us, everyone good, hopefully for Monday, 6 o'clock next Monday.
Yes, I will be there on time. I will not have work.
Okay, cool.
I will be there as well.
Great. I won't
Also,
be. You guys
sorry
can do this
about
without
that.
me.
That sucked.
Huh?
Easy peasy.
We
Yeah, that
all go
was-
to the manor. Everybody lives happily ever after.
Yeah, you all live in the manor. You start up a home there. You adopt the boy. He ends up loving Kura the most.
You know,
You
I
can-
didn't check stream chat to see if anybody posted.
We can check now and respond to some of that stuff. No one did, so that's great.
Yeah, we're good.
So thank you all for watching. We'll be here next Monday at 6 p.m. You can find the episode to stream on YouTube at your convenience at Danger Daycast or The Danger Days, and then type in Arema. Apparently it's difficult to find because you end up finding a My Chemical Romance album first. So I will post it in the description of the this Twitch feed. And beyond that, we will have a podcast edition of this as well. I just have to figure out how to make the file size small enough to put it up with our podcast hoster or purchase a different one. You can check me, Will, and Ben out on our podcast, Do Our Opinions Matter, every Wednesday at 8 a.m. That comes out. So we'll have a new one this Wednesday. The last one was on the Philippines. It was a fantastic episode. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Play the clip, and as it fades out.
No, as it fades out, I can't do a fade out, but I can play the clip.
We're gonna have to get. There's this thing like Streamlabs or some other thing where you can actually put like an ending